Hey guys, what's up? It's Mazaniac bringing you my WWE Elimination Chamber 2011 pay-per-view results and my favorite parts of the night. This Elimination Chamber was, in my point of view, it was actually pretty good. It had some pretty good matches in it. The first match of the night was Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. In my point of view, I didn't really care for this match that much because there was only like what 2 weeks of feuding between them, and it just didn't really matter to me. Don't get me wrong, it was a really good match in my point of view, but I didn't really care for it. I mean, it was a good match, like I said. Anyways, so in this match, Kofi Kingston did his part really well actually, and so did Alberto Del Rio. But in the end, Alberto Del Rio hits the cross arm breaker on Kofi Kingston after Kofi tried to do his thing where the guy's in the corner, he runs up on him and keeps punching him in the face, and Alberto Del Rio just kind of moved out of the way and caught Kofi with a neck breaker and set him up for the cross arm breaker. Kofi taps out. End of that match. Second match of the night was the Smackdown Elimination Chamber. We had Edge, Wade Barrett, Drew McIntyre, Kane, Rey Mysterio, and Dolph Ziggler was fired on the last Smackdown. So who other than to fill his position than the Big Show? Yeah, Big Show was in the Elimination Chamber, and I thought it was pretty cool actually because I'm a big fan of Big Show, and you know. Anyways, the first two participants of the match were Edge and Rey Mysterio, two faces of the WWE. You know, they have like a really good friendship, and they did really well in the beginning. And yeah, and then they were wrestling and stuff, of course. The third participant was, I think it was Wade Barrett. Was it? I think it was Wade Barrett. It was either Wade Barrett or Kane. And yeah, they came out. And then fourth was, again, Wade Barrett or Kane. Fifth was Drew McIntyre. And this is one of my highlights for the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Sorry about that. When Drew McIntyre came out of his pod, he was on fire. The first thing he did was he picked up Rey Mysterio, put him on his shoulder, and threw him into the plexiglass, or the Lexon glass, whatever, it's plexiglass to me. And he just threw him against there, and the glass was actually dented. So, and then he did the same thing to Wade Barrett, except he pushed him into the glass, and the glass actually broke. And then Kane took Rey Mysterio and threw him headfirst into the plexiglass. When you throw the opponent's shoulder into the ring post, the glass was right there, so he went headfirst. Then Big Show came out and he eliminated Wade Barrett with the knockout punch. He threw him with one hand into the glass, and he broke the glass while Wade Barrett was trying to run away. And he slapped him like 6 times in the chest, and he eliminated him. And then the last two participants of the match were Edge and Rey Mysterio, which is coincidentally the two first superstars in the match, Edge and Rey Mysterio. So Edge ends up picking the win after Rey Mysterio hit the 619, tried to do his little splash thing, is what I thought he was going to do, and Edge hits him with a mid-air spear and ends up getting the match. While Edge was celebrating, Alberto Del Rio came out of nowhere and just drop kicked him in the face, or the side of the head, and hits him with the cross arm breaker. Then out of completely nowhere, we hear Christian's music, and Christian comes running down to the ring and hits Alberto Del Rio with the kill switch, helping his brother and his best friend. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen with that. Christian is back. He's healthier than ever. He kept doing that, so his arm is better, obviously. And Edge was in awe, and Edge hit him with the spear while they were going to replay. After the replay, Edge hits him with the spear. That's the end of that. The third match of the night was a tag team match for the tag team titles. I don't really care for this match. I don't really care about the tag team division because, in my point of view, it doesn't really matter to me because, I mean, all I care about is the superstars. I don't really care about tag teams, but, you know. It was Heath, Slater, and Justin Gabriel versus Santino and Vladimir Koslov. Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater end up picking up the win. Going into this match, I knew Santino and Vladimir were gonna lose because they've held the title long enough, and they gave it to the core. So yeah, that match is over. I don't really care about that match. Fourth match of the night. Sorry about that. Was Miz versus Jerry Lawler. This match was one of my favorite matches of the whole night. I really love this match. It was amazing to me what Jerry Lawler and the Miz do together, and they really work together. They work together really well in my point of view. And going into this match, Jerry Lawler was kind of sad about his mother passing, so pay respects to him. Pay his respects to his mother. The Miz ends up picking up the win, but Jerry Lawler still got in a few good hits. He threw Miz into Michael Cole, which was funny as hell. I just love that. That was so funny. And Michael Cole, when Miz ended up winning, Miz hits the skull crushing finale on him, pins Jerry Lawler 1, 2, 3. Jerry Lawler gets a big pop from the WWE fans. Michael Cole comes into the ring and completely disrespects Jerry Lawler by raising Miz's hand. Michael Cole, I know, I'm a big fan of you, you know that, but for real, you need to start paying respect to Jerry Lawler. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been in the business for 40 years, and he's a great commentator. He's been on Raw for like ever, and he's just an amazing commentator. So just shut up with you hating on him. Just shut up, okay? It's really just shut up. He's your broadcast partner. He deserves y'all two to respect each other. Y'all should respect each other. If you don't, then Michael Cole, go to Smackdown or something and get off Raw, okay? Okay, you got it. Fifth match of the night. Sorry, just rant moment. Fifth match of the night, the Raw Elimination Chamber. Cena, Orton, Punk, R-Truth, John Morrison, and Sheamus. The first two participants of the match were Sheamus and Morrison. They had a feud back last month or last year. They had a feud. They started out the match. They started out pretty well. It was actually pretty good. John Morrison grabbed the chain and flash kicked Sheamus off of the chain link fence, and that was pretty cool. John Morrison was completely amazing in this match. He was my favorite going into this match. He had some amazing moments in this match. He was amazing to me. I just loved him in this match. The third superstar to come out was Randy Orton. Orton was on fire. Now the fourth one, this is where the Elimination Chamber got interesting. The fourth one was CM Punk. His pod would not open, so the referee was sitting there trying to tangle. Punk was ready to get out. Orton was standing there right in front of his pod, and Punk had his head out, and Orton, he was just waited there waiting for him to get out, and then he starts beating the hell out of Punk, and ends up RKOing him and pinning him 1, 2, 3. But as CM Punk was leaving, Michael Cole gets an email from the anonymous Raw general manager saying Punk was not allowed a fair chance to be in this match. So therefore, CM Punk is reinstated into this match or whatever, something like that. So Punk crawled back into his cell or his pod and just waited there. And ironically, he was the last one to be in the match. But anyways, that was pretty interesting to me that the Raw general manager did that, because I didn't even know he likes Punk like that. So you know, whatever. Fourth participant was who was it? It was R-Truth. R-Truth was only in there for about 3 minutes. I don't even remember him being in the match. He got eliminated pretty fast. Fifth participant was John Cena. He comes out on fire. Then, you know, CM Punk comes out. But of course, John Cena ends up winning this match. Everyone online knew Cena was going to win this match. But my favorite part of the whole night, my favorite by far, was when John Morrison climbed up and was on top of the pod that R-Truth was in, and he's just sitting there, and Sheamus comes up and tries to do his thing, what do you call it, where he like picks you up, has your arms and throws you down, his little powerbomb type thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but anyways, he tries to do that, but Morrison kicks him down, or something like that, and he climbs up. He's climbing up on the chain, and he's heading to the middle. He's just like climbing up there, and you see him, and then he jumps down and lands on Sheamus and pins Sheamus 1, 2, 3. That was completely amazing to me. It was freaking awesome. Then there was 3 participants left. It was Cena, Punk, and Morrison. I thought when Morrison was one of the last 3, I thought he was gonna win. By far, I thought he was gonna win because they need to start pushing Morrison more. I mean, he deserves a push. He has the fans. He's done everything he possibly can do in WWE, except win the WWE Championship. So you know. Anyways, he tries going for Starship Pain on Punk while Punk was on the ground, of course, and Punk rolls out of the way, and Morrison hits his knee really hard. He had injured that knee a few minutes earlier in the match, so Punk picks him up and hits him with the go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. Morrison's out of the match. Now John Cena picks up CM Punk, and CM Punk's holding onto the rope. He's about to AA him. He's holding onto the ropes, and John Cena pulls him away about two or three times, and then ends up AAing him onto the steel, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Cena wins. He's going to WrestleMania to face The Miz at WrestleMania 27. So that's gonna be an awesome match. And that was pretty much my WWE Elimination Chamber 2011 pay-per-view results. And now I want to talk to you guys about tonight, the 2/21/11. I only have one theory, and this theory is that it's not 1, not 2, it's 3 people that are going to be involved. One of them is going to be returning the Raw before WrestleMania, which I think WWE is going to do because they don't want to bring him back too early. But I'll get to that in a few minutes. Of course, everyone knows Undertaker's going to be returning because in Part 3 you could obviously see his hat and his beard, and you know he's coming. But if you look, you see somebody else. You see him walking in. You see someone walking into the shack that Undertaker was in, and Undertaker let someone in, and this person, I think, is going to be Sting. Now, if you look closely, you can see the scorpions where they blow out the candle. You can see a scorpion on the side. Scorpion, Sting. So Sting and Undertaker. Now the third one, you might be asking yourself, who's the third one? I think it's going to be Shawn Michaels. Now Shawn Michaels, I think the reason I think he's going to be returning the Raw before WrestleMania is because people are talking about a match between Triple H, Undertaker, and Sting with the guest referee Shawn Michaels. Now this might not happen. They might not involve Sting. It might just be Triple H and Undertaker and Shawn Michaels as guest referee. But you know, that's just my theory. What do you think? What do you think about Elimination Chamber last night? What did you think about Christian returning? What did you think about the whole night? What was your favorite part? Who was your favorite superstar in Raw or SmackDown Elimination Chamber? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button. Have a good night.